What's up, guys? Let's try to get a quick video in before the sun sets on us. I know I look poofy with this jacket. It's cold over here, man. But I'd like to talk today about spirituality in general. And I think a lot of people have some misconceptions about what the whole spiritual community might be and what spirituality in general is. It's in the name, right? It's spirit. It's about spirit, your inner spirit, contacting or connecting to your inner self. Right? And a lot of people have the misconception that, oh, you're spiritual if you're into astrology or you do tarot cards or crystals. Oh, these are the spiritual people. And while those people may be more aware than the typical unconscious person, there are some spiritual people that can also be acting unconsciously, because they are now using those tools, because that's what they are, just tools for connecting to your spirit, for creating awareness in yourself. They're using those tools to act in an unconscious way. So some people may use astrology to manipulate others, or tarot to manipulate others to get their own way, right? But really, spirituality is all about awareness. Are you aware when you're acting from your ego? And are you consciously dealing with that in the sense that, okay, I acted from my ego at that point. It was an automatic response. I was triggered. I forgive myself for it. There's no judgment in it whatsoever. But next time, I will look to act differently. I will look to, instead of react, to respond and be aware of my actions or my words before I commit them or I say them. But a lot of people just want to be unconscious and act unawareingly of what they may say or what they may do, and they think, oh, because I channel spirit in my cards, all of a sudden I'm very spiritual. Not necessarily, right? There's plenty of unconscious people wherever you may look, and there's plenty of conscious people wherever you may also look. In terms of like religion or everyday people that may not be as aware of these spiritual concepts, right? It's one thing to have spiritual knowledge. It's another thing to apply it. Because at one point in my life, I was the type of guy to have the spiritual knowledge too, and I was just loading up on the knowledge. The more I know, the better person I am, right? No. Because I caught myself. I was acting hypocritical. I was in certain situations where I was still acting from my ego and trying to get my own way, but I wasn't living up to that knowledge that I had gained, right? I was like, who am I? Why am I doing this? I know all these things, and I'm still acting in this way. It's time to start applying it, right? That is wisdom, applied knowledge. You can teach someone all you want, but it's their choice what they do with the information. And you can learn it all you want, but at the end of the day, it's your choice, right? How will you act? And that's pretty much the basis of this video. Is I challenge you first to learn more how to dive deeper into your own spirituality, which is your own self, your own spirit. Maybe not even the whole notion of self, right? Because the self is whatever the ego claims, the identity that it may claim. The true self is the lack of identity. It's the awareness behind those thoughts. And can you stay present in the moment and recognize when you are being triggered, or when something isn't going your way, and if you're reacting or if you're responding to that thing, right? Because those tools that I mentioned, the astrology, tarot cards, everything else that may seem spiritual to people nowadays in the community, they're an exterior focused method of connecting to your spirit, which can be very useful, right? If you know how to use it, if you know how to put it to good use. But when you focus inwardly through processes that do that, such as meditation or even just self-reflection and analyzing what may have just happened in that situation and how you can do it better, Those are your true practices, tapping into your own intuition, your own guidance. That's how you will receive your answers, because we can all do that. We can all tap into our truth. We can all even be tarot readers, psychics. I truly believe we all have these gifts that we can tap into, and we don't really need to seek exterior guidance. The guidance is always inwards, and I'm actually reading a book about our spirit guides and how you can actually seek their guidance, because they are like truly your spiritual teachers. But in order to do that, you have to go within. You have to tap into your own inner guidance, your own intuition, to be receptive enough to receive those messages. Open up your consciousness and allow for other information to come in. When your ego is so stuck and focused on a certain idea, it's like you're limiting your perception, right? You have tunnel vision. You can't see outside of that when you choose solely to look in one area. Sadhguru actually gave a great example I was watching on YouTube. And awareness is like light. So in a dark room, if you have a small energy source, a low energy source, you'll create a small radius of light, right? And with that small radius of light, you'll only be able to see up to a certain circumference in that room. So you'll see a tiny spot, right? You'll be able to see, oh, maybe there are 3 people in front of me that are surrounding me. Okay, that's your awareness. You kick up that light through meditation, through practices, through diving deep into yourself. Now, all of a sudden, that light increases in power. The energy source increases in power. The light expands. Now you see, oh, there's 3 more people behind those 3 people. And you keep doing that until you light up the whole room. And then you have a true awareness of everything. Which I don't know technically if it's possible to do such a thing, because that would mean completely leaving your body in 3D, the 3D reality behind. Which can still be done, from a 5D awareness. You don't necessarily have to exist in the 3D mentally, but physically we still do, up until whatever ascension process may take place. And I feel like that whole complete awareness of everything is God, because that would be the absolute truth. And in my opinion, the absolute truth is the combination of all our relative truths. My truth with your truth, with her truth, his truth. Those are all subjective. It's how we see reality, the realities that we create. And then our collective reality that is created by all of us, that we tap into and we succumb to, because we partake in the collective also. So we can have our own individual reality that we create, our own free will world, in combination, in tandem with the collective, whatever the collective is undergoing. So, for example, how 2020 was kind of like the dark night of the soul for the collective, because everything started coming up, and we're still going through that. So we are partaking in that, because that's what we've created as a collective. And anything in the government that may be happening, it was our creation, because we allowed them, either consciously or unconscious, the ability to impose this reality on us, right? We said we're okay with it. But yeah, that's pretty much our spirituality. Can you tap into your own individual reality, your inner guidance? Understand what is going on around me is simply a reflection of my own inner self. And if you wish to change it, you become conscious. You consciously create. And you do so from a space of loving oneself and another, and understanding another, because that's truly what understanding someone is. It having compassion for them and loving them unconditionally, no matter what choice they may make. right? Because it's not our job to awaken other individuals, but it is our job to shine our light and illuminate that room more and more, right? Instead of relying on one single power source, one single person to illuminate the whole room, kind of like Christ may have done because of his incredible light and willingness to shine it. But there's power in numbers, right? Why not help each other create more awareness, not by tweaking each other through our imposing of lighting the room up. Although we do tweak each other through our interactions and our triggers, and we see our reflection in each other, but that's not the point. The point is shining our own light and our own awareness will help expand everyone else's awareness and our own awareness in that process. So just something to think about. And instead of being so outwardly focused, I'm not saying these things are bad, and nothing is really truly good or bad in terms of tarot and astrology. I love all that stuff, numerology, but they are a tool for recognizing and becoming more aware of yourself. So keep that in mind when you may see different people acting in certain ways in the spiritual community. Just because they, subscribe to certain spiritual things doesn't mean they're the tell-all be-all of spirituality, right? It's good to get more than one perspective of anything, and tap into your own intuition about what the truth may be. So that's it for now. Sun's setting on us. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my perspective of spirituality and what wisdom I may have shared with you. Have a good one.